Hello everybody, this is my clearly story lesson. I try one of the methodologies I have learned in Techno Clil course, the flipped classroom.
There are times when I feel really quite ashamed to be a European. In the last year, more than 1 million people arrived in Europe in need of our help, and our response, frankly, has been pathetic.
Cooperation is a
There are
fantastic
just so many
opportunity. My
contradictions.
students can gather
We
information
mourn
from
the
each other
tragic
rather
death
than
of
depending
2-year-old
on the
Aylan
teacher.
Kurdi.
They will speak more
And yet,
freely, practice
since
more
then,
and learn to
more than
independently
200
evaluate the
children have
information they
subsequently drowned
get.
in the Mediterranean.
I introduced the lesson with the 2 videos. So I encourage the students to think about an interesting and current question, migrants and migrations.
To keep radical Islamic terrorists out of the United States of America. We don't want them here. We want to ensure that we are not admitting into our country the very threats our soldiers
After
are
the
fighting
students watch
overseas.
videos, they discuss about the questions. What would the world be like without migrants? What are the good and bad aspects of migration? Have you got any friends who are migrants? Has their experience of migration been positive or negative? What memory do they have of their home country? They have a problem, their vocabulary isn't good, so they research the articles on the website. The students use the text to reflect on that. They can improve their vocabulary and their speaking. And they explore the text and they underline keywords on the text and create definitions and use antonyms and synonyms without traduction.
Ever-changing environmental, natural and climatic conditions.
Who is migrant? A person who has left away from his place. Okay. Who is international migrant? A migrant who has moved outside his country of birth, crossing an international boundary. And who is refugee? An international migrant who has applied his own country.
They can improve their vocabulary and their speaking.
I'm not an asylum seeker. I'm a migrant worker. I came here for work legally.
I'm not an economic migrant. I'm a refugee. The government has agreed to let me stay legally in the country because I was persecuted in my country.
I'm not a refugee, but I'm an asylum seeker, which means government hasn't decided to accept me as a refugee or not.
I'm a refugee.
I'm a migrant worker.
Because an asylum seeker is just a status, but beyond an asylum seeker, there's a person.
I'm a nurse. I'm a Filipina. I am a hard worker, and I am very good and very friendly.
I'm a teacher. I'm a mother of 3. All 3 of my children study, and I am your neighbor.
I am a woman, like every woman in the world. I am a daughter, a sister, a mother, a worker. I'm resilient, I'm passionate, and I smile when I'm nervous.
Arrived in Europe this year, says Alexander Betts. And our response, frankly, has been pathetic. Betts studies forced migration, the impossible choice of families between the camps, urban poverty and dangerous illegal journeys to safety. In this insightful talk, he offers 4 ways to change the way we treat refugees, so they can make an immediate contribution to their new homes. There's nothing inevitable about refugees being a cost, Betts says. They're human beings with skills, talents, aspiration, with the ability to make contribution, if you like them.
What is the Donald Trump ideas about refugees?
I found another video. That's
Europe. Now, do we know many of them are Muslims coming from Muslim countries? I'm sure many of them are very good people. But do you think some radicals might be mixed in with them? Is that a fear that we should take seriously?
It could very well be, and frankly, you have ISIS, and if you look at a lot of the people that I've been watching on television, it's men. There aren't that many women, relatively speaking. It's a horrible thing in terms of humanity and everything, but, you know, we've got a lot of problems in our country.
Trump said, I'd love to help, but we have our problems.
What do you think about this video? I think Donald Trump is right because there are many possibilities for saving refugees.
No, they escape from the war, and moving from the territory is less prerogative because
And at the end, they write an email or a letter at their friends and put on Padlet this sentence. You must create a questionnaire with Google Forms since you are studying in a school of human and science, and you now make a questionnaire. Very much for Techno Clil course.
Techno Clil for Review 2017. This webinar is part of this initiative. Techno Clil è stato EVO, Electronic Village Online initiative, which lasts 5 weeks.